y'all, welcome back to True to Shelf. I am here with a book review, and it's not one that I would recommend, but instead I am reviewing the worst book I've ever read in my 26 years of living. So stay tuned. I stumbled upon this book, I don't even know. The only person in this household that really holds my love for reading in the same genres as me would be my grandmother, right? But she passed away, may God rest her soul, in March of this year. So somehow I got hold of books in her collection, and this was one of them. Confessions of a Lonely Soul by Harold L. Turley. Only reason I even picked this up was because it wasn't a lot of pages. I'm like, okay, cool, I can read this in a day. This book was so bad. It was so bad, like, I'm not even kidding. First of all, it was written in the perspective of a man, but he was telling this story from the afterlife. Like, after he died, he's like telling us the story of what happened, basically, right? Is that totally necessary? For this story, it was not. That kind of was really annoying. The story itself was really bad. Second of all, like, it was about this couple, right? They were having problems in their marriage simply because the woman felt like the man was just working too much and not spending enough time with her, right? Elementary marriage problem. But anyway, trigger warning. She ends up cheating on him for that, and it gets AIDS, y'all. And she passes it to him as well. The spicy scenes were terrible. They were like super graphic, really raunchy. Again, trigger warning. They don't even die of the disease, y'all. They end up both killing themselves. And the guy that the wife cheated on him with, he ends up dying, so they get caught up in a murder investigation. The husband did it, but as they were like closing in on him, being a suspect, locking him up, that's why he killed himself. I feel like if they were gonna end up committing suicide anyway, why make them have AIDS? Like, neither one of them got like super sick in the story. The only reason why the wife killed herself was because they were trying to get her to turn on him, and she wouldn't. Y'all. And she was pregnant, so she killed the baby too. The thing that got me the most, y'all, was the wife was a lawyer. Oh, I found it. So this is what she says, y'all. She went on a date with the guy that she cheated on her husband with because her husband ended up standing her up because he stayed late at work. And all of a sudden her ex walks in the restaurant and they end up eating together. They having a conversation. She says, I can't complain. I'm still over at St. Louis. I made junior partner last year. That means she's a lawyer, correct? Y'all, this is chapter 3. Why by chapter probably 7 or 8? She a nurse. She's a nurse now. No warning of a career change. Nothing happened in life as to where she was like, you know what? I don't want to be a lawyer no more. I want to pursue my passion of nursing. None of that happened. She just ended up being a nurse out of nowhere. Like, then last chapter, the husband admits to killing the ex. In the afterlife, he lets us know, yeah, I did actually do it. Because in the story, he was told, oh, I know exactly who did it, but it wasn't me. Then it turns around, it is him. Then at the end, it's no longer in his perspective, but it's a perspective of a random uncle saying, this is so odd. My niece would never kill herself, and he just offed himself, so it's just so odd, and I'm gonna find the truth. That was the end. Like, completely unnecessary ending to the story. Y'all, it was just so terrible. It was hard to get through. It was full of typos. Like, I'm talking about stuff that an editor would not miss. U with no U's at the end, ands with no N. It was a word that was supposed to be conceive, and it was convenience. Like, it was terrible. I literally felt like I was losing brain cells reading it. My mom, I was telling her about it, and she was like, you might have gotten a draft. He might have written a first draft and somehow ended up in grandma's collection, because that really does seem like that's what it was. Like, this cannot be work of a publishing company that they would allow to be sold. Either I got the draft, or this man typed this book at home, found one of his friends that know how to bind books, because you know we all got that one friend with that real random talent that serves no purpose at all. It's like, that's so weird you know how to do that. Yeah, he found his friend that knew how to bind books, did it for him. And then he got another friend that does graphic design to design the book cover, because this is terrible too. These eyes up here don't even match the eyes of these people. Like, it's terrible from front cover to back. It's just, I can't. Yeah, this is terrible. I would never ever recommend this book to anyone unless you want a good laugh or you want to lose some brain cells. Go ahead. I will never read anything from him ever again, because like, this first impression made me that upset. I just wanted to share with y'all my experience of the worst book I ever read in my life. Let me know, you feel me, in the comments. What was the worst book you ever read in your life? What was it like? What was the story like? Was it content issues? Was it printing, editing issues like this one had? Actually, that was only some of the issues this book had. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed, had a good laugh. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video.
Can't focus on me.